Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the British English Podcast with me, your caffeinated host, Charlie Baxter, and his co-pilot, Harry Giles. He is here to help me through the Diary of a CEO conversation cards. Hello, Harry. How are you?
Hello. Very well, thank you. I'm ready to penetrate deeper in our conversations to depths never before traveled.
Nice. Okay, well, let's get straight to it then. I just picked up a superlative type question, so I'm going to skip that one. Oh, another deepest kind of, gosh. I mean, let's see how this one goes. What is your deepest fear?
Oh, I know this one. Running out of Oatly. No.
What about running out of something else, Harry?
I don't know what you're referring to. He's referring to toilet roll because it happened to me earlier today, mid-poo. Let's carry on. We're not going to go any deeper into that one.
No. Don't need to take a shower after that thought.
I'm worried. A fear that I have, my greatest fear, and I think probably a lot of us share it, is losing my loved ones. You know.
Oh, is it?
My love. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my nearest and dearest passing away. Absolutely. Like my parents.
I don't know why I responded
dying.
in that way. Yeah, I think that shows something about me being quite evil.
Wow. Is that not a fear of yours then? No.
If I was to dwell on it, I'm sure it would be. But I don't think about losing my family members very much. I take that. I think I do. Stupidly, I do take them for granted, as in not trying to see them, but assuming that they are with me.
Yeah.
I've not lost anyone close to me at the wrong age. They haven't gone too early. Like my grandparents have passed away, but they lived a good life, all of them. So I've not had that loss, and very thankful for it. But I haven't really thought about the fear of losing them much. Do you think about that much?
I do. Yeah. I'm sometimes scared that I'm not ready for it because I'm very close with my parents and stuff. So it is a fear that I have. Yeah. I don't think about it a lot, but you know, when we're sitting around and it's like, oh, this is nice. Like, I just remind myself that, you know, it won't last forever, and it will. Yeah, one day they won't be there. So it's a good way of being grateful and, you know, not taking those people for granted. But yeah, it's definitely. I think that's definitely my greatest fear. I would say I am fascinated to learn of yours.
I mean, I can think of some superficial ones, but
go on. Dropping your phone down a gutter or something. Or?
Cracking a phone screen is a big fear. Every time I drop my phone, that is the biggest fear in the moment for sure. It surpasses,
yeah, of course,
family death,
loved ones
instantly.
Dying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The things we worry about are very often trivial, aren't they? They often mean absolutely nothing.
Speak for yourself, mate. A cracked phone screen is really upsetting. You know what? I think the biggest fear, what is the exact wording? What is your deepest fear? My deepest fear is regretting becoming a parent if I was to be blessed with a child. I don't suppose it would be so blessing, such a blessing.
That's a fear. I think that the fear of, you know, what that is this, the fear of making the wrong decision about your life. That is good. That is a crippling fear that so many people have, isn't it?
Yes.
And the decision to become a parent is a massive decision.
Because you can't really undo that.
You can't do that.
It's a bit naughty to undo it, especially later in their life.
Okay, like putting your children up for adoption, you mean? Or
I was just thinking of taking them out to a farm or something, and then Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm sure a farm would be happy
terminating.
to take them off your hands. Yeah, I've got 100 cow, but no humans actually, so I'll take them. Yeah.
Well, they would make good milkers, as in they would milk the cows.
Yeah. Or they could just go down the supermarket, buy some Oatly.
Sure.
Save the cows.
Yeah. You're putting my children out of business.
Yeah.
Drinking
your unborn
that Oatly.
Children.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that. That is a deep fear, and I would have the same one if I were in a marriage and we were considering having kids. I'm still not sure if I want to have kids. You know, I look to my brother, and I see that it's really hard work, and they bring him joy, but also a lot of stress. And I don't know. I'm quite easily stressed and can get quite anxious about things. So the idea of having kids, something you have to worry about all the time, that's a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah. If he was put again,
sorry.
If he was put on a lie detector, do you think it would detect anything if they asked him, do you regret having kids? And obviously he'll say no. But do you think there would be any sort of pin wobble?
I think if he was asked if he regrets having kids, I don't think the pin would wobble and he would say no, because he loves it. I can tell that he loves it. But if he was asked, I don't know, do you miss, like, you know, being, you know, not having kids, then I think that would be difficult for him to answer those kinds of questions. The freedoms that single life, or maybe not single life, but you know, not being a parent has. You can do what you like. You can do what you want.
Yes.
You lose that. How about?
Well, yeah,
I think how long have you been having this? Yeah, that's a big one. Do you think about, how often do you think about that?
Quite often, because we're getting to the point where we need to decide. It's almost now or never. Stacey's 34 now, so yes, she could go. I mean, I've heard of women having healthy children up to the age of, I think, even 50 sometimes. But nowadays, I'd say most people get worried if they're not pregnant by the age of 35. Again, I don't want to send this out as like a piece of information that should affect anyone, but for our situation, we're aware that she's now 34. That's all I'm going to say, because it's quite a sensitive topic, isn't it?
Yeah, but she feels like the clock. You both feel like the clock is ticking, and you need to come up with a decision soon.
Yeah, I'd quite like 5 more years, and then we could have a child. I think both of us are not ready, although people say you're never ready. But we feel like we could have 5 more years of being who we are as we know it, and then I'd feel ready. But then again, the downside to that is that you're almost 40 and you've got a little one that you've got to look after. Your energy levels are probably not going to be as good, because when I was 20, I had a bit more spring to my step, a bit more of a spring to my step than being 33 now.
But then you'd probably you might be better. Your situation might be better, or you'd be more willing to put all of your energy into that. So even if you have maybe less kind of vitality about you than you did when you were early 30s, you might be more keen on the idea of being parents. But it's a hard one. What about adopting? Was that ever anything you would consider?
I'd bloody love to adopt. I say that and not think. No, I do. I have thought about it, and I think we would adopt. Yes, I would. Yeah. I think that is a very worthy thing to do, and I'd like to do that if we weren't able to have our own. I do think the world is overpopulated, but then I've heard other things where demographics are difficult to judge per country, and we're going to be offset, and it's all going to be very complicated. So they're encouraging people to still keep having sexual intercourse for purposes other than
Please
pleasure.
don't lower the term. Sexual intercourse. My God. X-rated.
If we've got loads of pensioners, we need some workers, don't we?
True that.
Because we'll be pensioners for ages, hopefully.
Yeah, people are definitely living longer, aren't they?
I heard that people who are born today are possibly likely to live to 150.
What?
They think that 150 is within reason because of the advancement within how to tackle aging cells in the body.
Wow. What about for us?
60. No. About 100 maybe. I mean,
I'll take that.
Some of our grandparents are hitting 100, so why not?
Yeah, you do hear about more and more people that are in their 90s these days. It seems a lot more common for people to be reaching, mid-late 90s.
Yeah. Do you think that means that the telegram that the king or queen sends when they hit 100 to congratulate them? Did you hear about that? That being a thing?
Yeah. Yeah, you get a letter from the queen, the king, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think, not the app, the telegram. Do you think the king will continue this if it continues to increase in statistics? Like, it's like, okay, you've got 1 letter to write today, or you've got 10 next week, you've got 1,000 next month.
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. Let's call it 110. If they make it to 110, then I'll write the letter. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good rule. 110. Yeah, I like that.
Call it 110. 100 is mental, though. Not many people make it to 100, do they? Have you ever known of anyone who has, that you kind of know?
I think I know of a couple. Not immediate family at all, but friends of friends, family members. They're a friend of a friend.
Just a friend of a friend. Yeah.
Yeah, my friend's brother. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with a friend being a friend that's 100 plus?
Yeah. I was just with my mate the other day. He's 106. Just my mate.
Enjoying a Guinness with him. Although Guinness, as I've said, it's a healing drink. It healed my tendinitis in my wrist. Maybe it keeps people ticking.
Unbelievable, that. Unbelievable. I share that with people.
Do you?
Yeah, it's great. Was it Guinness or was it the other stout?
It was the other stout. Yeah. Before you dash off, here's a final reminder about our live podcast event in London that is happening on April 27th, as I'd really love to see you there. I'll be diving into all things British with my podcast guest in our usual light-hearted way, live from the stage. Tickets are on sale now, so be sure to get yours before they're all gone. Thanks for listening, and I can't wait to meet you in person. Click the link in the show notes or head over to thebritishenglishpodcast.com/live in London.